Yeah. Mhm. I uploaded a few pictures to my war crimes drive about parents' obligation to protect their children. Yes. Now, it looks to me, having not seen my sons for 8 years, yes, that they could have been seeing the Nazi look-alike employees of the school. Now, I know you wanted to say I was crazy. Yeah. hmm But what I did not see, I did not see the judge. No. Mm-mm. Did they see the judge? Were my sons ever asked to appear in court? Now, the law says that you have to protect their civil rights and their rights to motion the court. Yes. But when I consider what I have seen, I have not seen any due process. I have not seen my sons. No. I have seen forgeries. I've seen fraud. I've seen fabricated evidence. I've seen what looks like the employees, but they're not. Now, you would say, well, how do I know the difference? You know, I have lived here for quite a long time, and I do recognize the difference in different individuals. Even though they look alike, yes, they are not the same person. Now, there could be the jailers in the jail. Ouch. What did I see and what did I not see? There could be the professional person from the state of Washington. Was that a professional person from the state of Washington? What about Phyllis? Was that Phyllis or was that the Nazi? See, when you're making movies, yes, that I cannot see. Each of the movies was made for those that do see what I don't see because of the Nazi employee of the state of Washington. Now, as a father, I have an obligation to protect my sons. Yes. And this mandatory reporter, any person required by this chapter to report known or suspected child abuse or neglect, who knowingly fails to do so shall be guilty of a misdemeanor, and upon conviction thereof shall be subject to a fine, yes, of not more than $500 or imprisonment for not more than 1 year or both. Yeah. And also civilly liable for the damages proximately caused by that failure. Yes. Now, this hospital happens to be full of individuals known as mandatory reporters. Yes. There are the doctors, the nurses, and the administrators. Yes. Let's say that my sons were not seeing the actual employees of the hospital. They were seeing the Nazi dog, yes, that the employee was the bee on. Well, as a father, I would say that there is some significant emotional and could be physical damage to a child, yes, when you say you are somebody and you're not. Now, I really feel that the mandatory porters, yes, do have a legal responsibility to report child abuse and neglect. And when I informed them that I did not see any notice or opportunity to be heard, and I did not see the judge, why? And I was not in swim, yes, because I did not see the show, yes. I did not see the individual acting the part of Paul Budnick, yes. And when I do not see the judge when issuing a dissolution of marriage, I did not see the actual identity of the judge. Now, it only takes one employee of the city, yes, to prove what I'm saying. But I've seen enough of the employees to see, yes, the differences in those that are the employee and those that are the Nazi employee that looks like the employee but is not. Now, maybe when we think about this, that the parents have a legal duty, yes, to take reasonable measures to care for and protect their children. This means that if someone or something is harming their children, they have an affirmative duty to make a reasonable effort to step in and prevent the harm. Yes. Now, since November 2015, yes, I have stepped in and made an affirmative duty, yes, for the reasonable effort, right, to prevent harm to my five sons. Now, they're in the wrong grades. Yes, their rights are being violated, right. And there's the possibility that over the last 8 years of my wife having custody of them, they have seen the Nazi employees that said they were the employees, but they were not. Oh, oh. So when I go through every employee that I have seen and I sue all the employees that I have seen, that would be those elected to office. Bill Peach Pooch. Those elected to office, City Council. Those elected to office, County Commissioners. Those elected to office, Fire Chief. Yes. Those elected to office, mayors. Those that are elected to office, Mr. Nichols. Each time I ask you, yes, do you have a Nazi look-alike employee that acts as if you are Nazi? Now, for myself, I probably have, well, maybe 100 persons that I know are personally liable for not being the doctor, yes, not being the dentist, oh, not being the employee, oh, not being the corporation, ooch. And for every one of who I am suing, yes, I'm going to ask them, do you have a Nazi that looks like you? Yes, but is not the employee. Then they get a significantly larger lawsuit for not being honest about their look-alike Nazi. Do you see?